Alright guys, listen up. Shit. Here we go again. Should Crash Bash get a remake? See, I know that a lot of people won't agree with what I'm about to say here, but screw it. Crash Bash should not get a remake. Don't get the wrong idea here. I love Crash Bash just as much as the next Crash fan, and I have plenty of nostalgia for it. But in reality, this game wasn't that good. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's just mediocre. It was an okay Mario Party equivalent for the time. But unlike how people could go back and play the platformers or even Crash Team Racing nowadays, I don't think Crash Bash falls under that category. I think most people that enjoy this game nowadays are people who have nostalgia for it. And while this game can be fun, it has its flaws. The gameplay was unique but repetitive. The characters to choose from was pretty disappointing.
Gorilla Monkey Anus Face?
The story made absolutely no sense whatsoever. Yes, I know it's Crash Bandicoot, it's not going to be up to Shakespeare standards, but even for Crash standards it was pathetic. And yes, they could improve all these flaws with a remake, but here's the thing. Crash Bandicoot as a whole should be done with remakes. Remakes of the first 3 Crash games was bound to happen eventually, as they deserved it. The only one of the 3 games that needed it was the first Crash game, as going back to that one nowadays can be a bit painful. Crash 2 and 3 didn't really need remakes, but like I said, it was deserved. Even with the spin-off Crash Team Racing, that did not need a remake, but it deserved one, and so Crash Team Racing nitro-fueled is on its way. But hey, with the amount of stuff revealed at this point, may as well be its own game and not a remake. And no, I'm not a Naughty Dog elitist slash fanboy. I love a lot of post Naughty Dog games. In fact, I think that Crash Nitro Kart is one of the best entries in the Crash series. I just said that. What I'm saying is that the Crash games that needed or deserved remakes got remakes. And the other entries of the Crash series like Crash Bash, The Wrath of Cortex, Twinsanity, and Tag Team Racing don't deserve remakes. So at this point, the Crash Bandicoot series as a whole should focus on new games. I would eventually love to see another Crash Party game with some throwbacks to Crash Bash, but to remake this game as a whole, it wouldn't be worth it. In my opinion, and yes, I know opinions nowadays are illegal, a Crash Bash remake would be a waste of an entry into the Crash series. I'm sorry, but that's what I think. And honestly, who the hell knows what Vicarious Visions and Activision have in store next for Crash? A mainline entry platformer could be coming up bigger than the Insane trilogy as a whole. With that in mind, remaking Crash Bash wouldn't be such a hot idea. And please do not get the wrong idea from this video. I don't hate post Naughty Dog Crash games, and I don't hate Crash Bash. I actually really like it, but I can still recognize this game to be an extremely mediocre party game. The Crash franchise at this point does not need to be a remake machine. With the Insane trilogy and now with CTR nitro-fueled reviving the franchise after such a long time, I want to see a full revival of Crash with a bunch of new games and a bunch of passion and innovation put into it. I just think a whole lot of remakes wouldn't do the series justice, especially when it's the games that lacked in quality compared to the first 3 Crash games and Crash Team Racing. But that's just my opinion. If you guys think that Crash Bash should get a remake, let me know in the comments below. No need for hate or anything, I just want to see what your guys' thoughts are. Now, if Crash Bash should get a remake, please let me know why in the comments. I would like to see some other opinions on this. Or you could just call me a
Gorilla Monkey Anus Face?
Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe with those notifications turned on to see my future Crash related content, and I'll talk to you before you know it. See you later.